Howdy y'all, welcome to Hazen Barrel Craftworks. I'm the Alchemist. And the bottle that I've got for you today is a bottle that I picked up when I was in Bardstown doing distillery tours with my beautiful bride over Father's Day weekend in June. And yeah, I've got quite a few bottles of those if you tuned in over the last couple of weeks or so, because there's quite a few distilleries down there. And this bottle, if you can't tell by the shape of the bottle, is from Bardstown Bourbon Company. And this is their small batch stave finish. And the small batch stave finish is a distillery only release. And they do different variations of this one. And the MSRP on this one, or the price I had to pay in the distillery anyway, was right around that $80 range. And what I like about this is they put some information right on the label for you. And this is a mix of 4 different bourbons. And the first bourbon is a 48% Georgia bourbon, 8-year Georgia bourbon that's got 80% corn, 10% rye, 5% wheat, and 5% malted barley. The next one is 26% of Bardstown own bourbon, which is a 5-year bourbon, and it's got 70% corn, 18% rye, and 12% malted barley. And the third one is a Kentucky, 20% of a Kentucky 4-year-old bourbon, and that's got 70% corn, 21% rye, and 9% malted barley. And the final one is a 6% 12-year Kentucky bourbon with 70% corn, 10% rye, and 12% malted barley. And when you put all that together, those numbers are roughly about 75% corn and 15% rye, 2% wheat, and 8% malted barley. Again, roughly. There's a lot of points and decimal points in there. So, yeah, roughly. And one thing about Bardstown Bourbon Company is they're a relatively new distillery, and they have a nice new modern facility. And in that modern facility, it's a lot of glass. You can see everything as you're walking through there, and they don't try to hide anything from folk as they're walking through. And one thing that really hit me about that when I was walking through the distillery with my beautiful bride is when you walk up to that entrance is this huge tall glass tower where you can see that column still, their main column still, when you walk up there, and it's really quite something to see. But let's get some notes of this, because I'm sure you're done listening to me yap about it, and let's see what we got in the bottle. On the nose, to me, right away, it's right up front, it's typical bourbon nose, a caramel and vanilla bean, but there's more in there yet. Okay, I get some cherry, but it's not like that typical deep cherry or Marciano cherry that I get sometimes. This cherry is more like when I like to dehydrate a lot of different fruits and use them as garnishes when I make cocktails. And this is like when I dehydrate nice ripe cherries, and that smell I get off of the dehydrator as they're dehydrating. But it's almost like I'm getting it from another room. I'm not in the kitchen where the dehydrator is. It's more like I'm maybe back in the whiskey room here, and you get that light smell of the cherries evaporating. And there's also just a hint of oak on there. No char or anything, maybe just a toasted oak. Very light. But it's headed in for some sips. See what the palate has to say. All right. Viscous right away. I think this one comes in at like 94 proof. Yeah, 94 proof. But it's still at 94 proof. Just a nice bit of warmth. So it's viscous and warming. That caramel I had on the nose has more of a brown sugar on the palate. There's some baking spices here. And it's like a combination of cinnamon and nutmeg, because there's a sweetness there, but yet there's a little bit of that cinnamon spice in there. The finish on this is still quite warming. And it's very nice for a 94 proof to have that nice warming throughout the entire sip, down the palate, all the way to the finish. And there, I would say it's not really a barrel on the finish or even an oakiness. I would say it's more clove. And clove to me has like a bit of woodiness to it. And that's why I would call it clove, because this is not really that toasted barrel that I had. And again, I said there's no barrel char or anything. This is more like a clove, like a baking spice on there. And then right at the end, in the very back of the palate, I'm gonna call this a mocha, because it's very close to like a chocolate on the dark side, but also it's close to like an espresso shot. So I'm gonna call it like a combination and like a mocha coffee. It's just really close between there, and it's a good finish. Quite nice pour. I mean, I'm glad I went to the distillery. Glad I had the opportunity to grab this bottle. It's quite nice. If you make the tour, I'd grab one of these. I know that they do a different one every year. The small batch stave finish, and to me this one's a winner. It's got decent complexity through the whole thing, and it keeps me interested. I'm gonna finish this one in the old recliner and just enjoy it for the next 35-40 minutes. But what I do know is I love having you all come back around, so please take it easy, don't drink and drive. Cheers.